everybody, Emo Cat Dad back here with another new artist for 2024. If you're just stumbling upon this video, what I do is I check out one new artist every day for the entirety of 2024. We've just been choogling along here, and I've noticed one thing about these choices. Not only that I've made, but also that you guys have been suggesting to me. It's kind of been a little bit of a boys club, so we needed to get some ladies in here. And of course, I'm wearing my finest pink bow tie to listen to Scene Queen for the very first time. I say for the very first time, but I'm kind of lying about that. I've heard both songs that she's done with Set It Off. One was a Scene Queen song featuring Set It Off called Barbie and Ken. That was the first one I heard. It was okay. I did not love it or anything, but I also did not dislike it. Then I heard the song Win Win of Set It Off featuring Scene Queen, and I really did quite dig that song. But Scene Queen proper, I've heard she's pop metal based on, the albums, or EPs I should say, being called Bimbo Core Volumes 1 and 2. And I remember Barbie and Ken did have one super heavy section, so I don't really know on what end it falls, if it's more on kind of like the octane-y metal side that like the Set It Off Win Win song was, or if it's more, pop metal like a Electric Callboy, or does it even get heavier? I don't know. But let's get into the first song we're going to listen to from Bimbo Core 1. It's called Pink Rover.
Blood, just girly things. Pink Rover, please send.
All these songs had pink in the title on Bimbo Core. Pink Rover seemed to be the most popular, so I had to choose that one. And I will say right off the bat that I love the use of nursery rhymes. It's called Pink Rover. They do the Red Rover kind of joke. And then they also do it again another time later on in the song, where they use the nursery rhyme melody and Scene Queen just kind of talks in the nursery rhyming voice. But obviously the lyrics are much more intense than nursery rhyme. And some of those nursery rhymes were pretty intense. So I would describe this song as pop metal, but not exactly how I thought. I figured it'd be more like Electric Callboy, where the pop and the metal is all mixed into throughout. That's not really the case. There's super poppy parts, and then there's super metal parts, which I guess is kind of more in line with Barbie and Ken, but I just thought they were trying to do, a little heavy bit because of the lyrical content of that song. But that doesn't seem to be the case based on Pink Rover anyway. Lyrically, it's about, giving a guy his comeuppance for wronging a girl. And honestly, I'm glad girls have someone that they can listen to that, is saying what, I'm sure they've wanted to say in other relationships. All right, let's fast forward to Bimbo Core Volume 2, which came out in 2023, I believe, early on. So we're going to listen to Pink G-String. Alright, so I'm going to go on a limb and say Scene Queen did not have me as a target audience in mind when she wrote the song, a 35-year-old straight white male. Not that fellow 35-year-old straight white males should be complaining, because, maybe they'll get to see a boobie or a butt in the twerkle pit. But the musicality is really good, and it's surprising that she's been able to do all this so early in her career. And I gotta love the run times, keeping it, 2 minutes-ish. Big thumbs up for me. I'm able to pump these out quicker then. Alright, next up we're going to the new singles, which I'm assuming is coming on an album upcoming. Maybe it's an EP. I follow Scene Queen on Twitter. She is very entertaining on Twitter. I feel like she announced an album, but I might be making that up. Either way, we're going to start with the first new single she released after Bimbo Core called 18+.
What about the dogs turn into groomers? Could band save their fans, oh I laugh at the irony.
18+ is not necessarily that you need to be 18+ to listen to this song. It's more so that bands should focus on making sure their fans are adults that they're taking on the bus. Musically, this is probably the best I've heard of Scene Queen thus far, but the lyrics are also very important. If you're a band that appeals to young girls, hang out with them at the merch table. Hang out with them at VIP. Do not take them on the bus. That's creepy. As Scene Queen screams at the end of the song, it's not that effing hard. All right, last up, we're going to check out her newest single, which is MILF. Now, because I follow her on Twitter, I know there's some country connotations. I really don't like country music, so I'm hoping it's just a little twinge in here and there. Not a full-blown country song, but we're about to find out.
Everybody two-step!
Yeah, it's basically a full-blown country song. Not for me, for that reason alone. Don't have any problems with the lyrical content. In fact, I do think it's really fun what Scene Queen did. She says everybody two-step in a country tinge, which of course is a country line dancing move, but two-stepping is also something much harder, and it goes into a breakdown right after. And then she repeats the same gag at the end where it ends with a breakdown, and then the last, lines of the song are, again, in that country tinge, everybody two-step, and then it cuts dead. That was entertaining. The country parts, not for me. Sorry, Scene Queen. You're still entertaining on Twitter, though. Alright, so let's rank these Scene Queen songs. At the very top, the tippy-top, it's 18+. Not that hard. Musically, it was the most entertaining. Lyrically, it all needed to be said. Hopefully, there's lots more tracks like this on the upcoming album or EP, because I'm excited to check it out. Number 2, we're going to go Pink Rover off the first Bimbo Core EP. The nursery rhymes alone. So clever. On a debut EP, makes it even that much more interesting that she was able to think of doing that. And I really did like most of the pop sections, and even some of the harder sections in the song as well. Number 3, we're going Pink G-String. Again, lyrically, not the target audience, but musically, still worked a lot for me. And I love the idea of a Torkel pit. What a call out. And last and least is MILF. Again, no issue with the lyrical content, just not a fan of the country stuff. But I'm sure there's lots of people out there that grew up on country music that is now into Scene Queen's type of music, either because they're rebelling from their parents or what have you. And I'm sure this one speaks to them loads. It's just not for me. Alright guys, thank you so much for checking out this video all the way through. I'm sure there's another video on screen now or shortly of another one of these I did. Make sure you check that out. I'm doing this every day, so I need you guys in the comments giving me other bands and letting me know what you think of Scene Queen. She your thing? Is she not your thing? Is it because you hate girls? Do you love girls and just don't like being called out for your bad behavior? I mean, maybe you don't want to oust yourself on the internet, but if you do, I guess you can. But most importantly, guys, I need you to cut my wrists and hit subscribe. Emo Cat Dad out. Peace.